Good evening. We would like to welcome you to the CIAA 2016 post-game wrap-up. We are joined by the Trojans of Virginia State University, led by head coach James Hill Jr. Coach, if you could introduce us to your student athletes that are joining you and open up with some additional comments about today's game.
To my right is my senior Winteria Pittman, and to my left is my senior Consuela Cooper. We knew it was going to be this type of game, all the way to the end, basket for basket, and just kept telling my young lady we just had to grind it out, and we just had a couple of mental. We always talk about discipline and paying attention to details, and we just had a couple of breakdowns that cost us at the wrong time.
The floor is now open for any questions or comments.
Coach, talk us through that last sequence. I know you were alluding to the mental errors, but at that timeout, it just seemed to take really, for lack of a better way to put it, suck the life out of the team.
Well, no, I really don't think it was the timeout. I just think when we gave up that three deep down in that corner, that kind of, it kind of took a little air out of us then, because we just had talked about it and, not giving up the open three. So I feel like that took more of an air out of us than the situation that happened with the timeout.
Now, Coach Hall was alluding to, he had how Winston-Salem usually comes out with a zone, and then on that particular inbound, it looked as though it was a man-to-man. Was it their defense just frustrating you guys all night tonight, or?
Well, you can look at it and say our defense was frustrating them too. We were, 11-11, 14-14 in the fourth quarter. They had one quarter where they got 14-8 on. So I don't think it was a matter of their defense changing it up, confused us, because we was prepared for a change anyway. I knew when he called a timeout that he probably going to go to something else different.
They do put together that little mini run there in the third quarter, the 8-0 run. What do you think kind of happened in that moment of the game?
We just got a little stagnant in our offense, and that's something, we've been kind of, it's like been our little kryptonite all year. It's been, it's been hindering. That third quarter we've been right there in a lot of games, and then we have a drought in the third quarter, and then we pick it back up in the fourth quarter, and tonight it just happened to catch up with us.
When you came out first possession, second half, and I thought that might have been the best half-court set you had, maybe the entire game. You got this weather for the open look there. It looked like, okay, things are calm now, you got the rhythm going. What were they doing that prevented that on a regular basis?
I give them credit. Like I say, they did what they're supposed to do today. But also I know that we had a lot of breakdown that cost us. When we made the run, when we took the lead on them, I felt like we was on our run then. But like I said, we just had a couple of – I'm a defensive-minded coach. My players know that's all we preach. And we had a couple of mental breakdown on our defense that cost us.
What about the foul trouble? Both Consuela and Winteria, early fouls, and how much did that affect the rotation and how you're able to use your players?
Well, it affected because they can't be as aggressive as they want to be on the offensive side. So, yeah, it did kind of hinder us, like I said, from defense. But, we still have to play the game. And I always tell my players, when one man down, somebody else had to step up.
Coach, big picture question. Look at the way this year has transpired. It's like you guys were the top dogs last year. You won the conference tournament, go to the regionals, and now it seems like the rest of the league is starting to catch up. Are you sensing maybe the start of a trend where you're seeing a more balanced CIAA, where any team can pretty much capture it all?
Well, it was that way this year. I feel like anybody could still win it. You know what I'm saying? It's like nobody has a ticket to say, who's going to really win it. It was an upset earlier today. So, it's just one of those situations when you come to play in a tournament, it's anybody game. We wasn't picked to win it last year, but things happen. But like I said, my young lady, they played to the end. And I had to, like I told them in the locker room, I love them. And my senior, they've done a great job for me. But, we'll be back. You can count that out. You put that on your little, with your phone right there. Count that. We'll be back next year.
Question for Winteria. Obviously, it's a tough day to find rhythm offensively. When you hit two big baskets late in the game, how tough is it to keep shooting when it's going like that?
It's very tough, but I listened to coach and kept shooting, and then I hit two important buckets in the game. Told me keep shooting until it fall.
A little bit different question, kind of the same thing for Consuela. You actually looked pretty good. The limited opportunities you had, it was tough getting on the floor because of the fouls. How frustrating was this game to play?
It
wasn't really frustrating until I got the fouls. I know I need to this game I really should have been cutting down on the fouls, so to know that my fouls is partial, some reason that messed up the game a little bit, it kind of hurts because I know I could have done better by playing defense and not fouling.
Okay, this concludes this session of our post-game wrap-up. We would like to thank you all for joining us.
Thank you very much.